train left for Kilkee at 2:15. All aboard were eager, there was lots for them to do. There was swimming in the ocean, jumping over waves, building sand castles, exploring old caves. It was in the 1920s, and the engine still used steam. Each hill that it encountered, you could hear that engine scream. She struggled to get there, and the patrons wished her on. Michael at the engine shoveled till the coal was gone. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be there before the night? You've been so long in starting that you couldn't say for certain. Still you might now, Michael, so you might. Couples in the rear car were getting quite concerned. They only had some time away and the hours were getting burned. One of the teenage boys, whose name was Michael too, offered helping with the shovel or anything he could do. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be there before the night? Will there be time for courting? That I couldn't say for certain, but there might now, Michael, yes, there might. The last of the hills was just outside Kilrush, so Michael asked the patrons to get off and push. The night is almost on us, but we are almost there. Give it your almighty for the railway of West Clare. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be there before the night? Will there be time for courting? That I couldn't say for certain, but there might now, Michael, yes, there might.
The first day of summer, Bealtaine is so named. Whatever the winter, renewed life now claimed. The bonfires were lit and the cattle drove out, then the house fires relit. Summer's here, there's no doubt. Celts all over Ireland were gathered in the fields, celebrating summer, dancing jigs and reels. Fresh foods filled the tables, drinks that overflowed. Bealtaine was on them, reaping what they'd sown. Saura, saura, bonny and gauna, Hugamar Fain and Sauraling. Saura, saura, bonny and gauna, Hugamar Fain
Got a letter from Ireland, from my mother today, that made me stop dead in my tracks. My father was dead and no one was there. She was desperately wanting me back. I've been in America over 10 years, trying my future to make. I left that old farm with a cloud overhead. To them both I hadn't since spake. They were both upset when I chose to leave. They asked me to stay on the farm, but I was so young, with a head full of dreams. Their arguments successfully disarmed. But now I'd been here for quite a long time. My fortune was nowhere near made. The thought of a retreat to my home on the farm made each of my future hopes fade. The tones that are tender and tones that are rough come whispering over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Bealtaine, Duff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me. I hadn't a family built here yet, nobody to love I had found. There were a few lovers, that was no lie, but no one to whom I was bound. I read her letter several times, remembered the love we all had, and to think of my father now in the grave made me incredibly sad. The tones that are tender and tones that are rough come whispering over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Bealtaine, Duff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me. So I packed my belongings in a couple of bags, said goodbye to the few friends I made. I thought of my father now in the ground, and the guilt in me wished I had stayed. I landed in Dublin, then an hour north by cab. I found staying awake was quite rough. All the tiredness left when we reached my ma's house on the outskirts of Bealtaine, Duff. The tones that are tender and tones that are rough come whispering over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Bealtaine, Duff. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me.
She is my secret love. No one knows but me. But what can I offer? Sure, I have no money, no riches and no title, no land do I own. I wander as a Shanachie, sleep in bed alone. is my secret love. He'll marry her today. Her mother and her father, they have given her away to a man almost twice her age, with heart as cold as ice, the cold touch of a loveless man, for whom she is the prize. On to you, Kignu, on phonic to Eileen, you King May, snee phonic May, to you, King May, snee phonic May, to King May, snee phonic May, is Eloi May store, Eileen, she is my secret love. I wish to let her know. Perhaps then she'd run away. I wish that she would go, but I don't know what she'd see in me, the poorest Shanachie. All I own are endless words, and those completely free. On to you, King No, on phonic to Eileen, to you, King May, snee phonic May, to you, King May, snee phonic May, you King May, snee phonic May, is Eloi May store, Eileen on. She is my secret love. I will offer her my heart. Perhaps she'll value it, accept it whole, not part. Then she could wear my love for warmth, my faithfulness so true. It would be hers until I die, and likely after too. Oh, on to you, Kignu, on phonic to Eileen, to you, King May, snee phonic May, to you, King May, snee phonic May, you King May, snee phonic May, is Eloi May store, Eileen on.
The famine had long faded. The old folks just spoke about those still in Ireland were trying to work things out. Kathleen was only 16 when he took her for his wife. Then they took a sailing boat, set off on their new life. From the shores of America, they went to Illinois, where they raised their young family, 2 girls and a boy. But she was lost in this new world, couldn't find her feet. Kept thinking about her folks at home, where her life seemed so complete. I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean wide. the fields are fresh and green, I take you to your home again. She was rarely happy, he could see it in her eyes. They struggled through so many lows, rarely reached the highs. One night in the winter, they found her in the snow, sitting on a suitcase, but nowhere else to go. I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean, wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been, since you were first my bonnie bride. Oh, I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I'll take you to your home again. He lost her in the winter of 1892. In standing by her graveside, he knew what he had to do. He had her coffin dug up and placed upon a ship, sailed back across the ocean as she took her final trip. I'll take you home again, Kathleen, across the ocean, wild and wide, to where your heart has ever been, since you were first my bonnie bride. Oh, I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I'll take you to your home again. The Jacobites were rising, Charles Stuart wanted more. Scotland had its leader and the Irish at their door. Restoration of old power was the prize to be won. The Stuarts at the English throne with Scotland's favourite son. Patrick and his brothers sailed the small divide, joined the Stuart army, the true Jacobite side. They had some early victories, the wind was in their sails, confidence was present among the thousand gales. Seamuil Lake Mo Gillamar, Seamuil Haser Gillamar, Ni for has fade into an ocean. O Cuigi gain no Gillamar. They marched on Culloden with 7,000 more, determined as they were to drive the English from these shores. Patrick's younger brothers, both beamed out with pride, to play their part in history beyond the winning side. Seamuil Lake Mo Gillamar, Seamuil Haser Gillamar, Ni for has fade into an ocean. O Cuigi gain Mo Gillamar. But history had its plans, and winning wasn't won. Patrick was wounded by the time the day was done. His brothers both lay dead nearby, Prince Charlie on the run. He fled to France and Patrick home, the English to outrun. Seamuil Lake Mo Gillamar,
Siuil Haser Gillamar Ní for has fain into an hour shame O Kuigi Gain Mu Gillamar Siuil Lake Mu Gillamar Siuil Haser Gillamar Ní for has fain into an hour shame O Kuigi Gain Mu Gillamar
Like many before him, to England he went in search of his fortune as his money was spent. The work on the farms in Ireland was gone. Too many past workers had seen their last dawn. But when he made it to England in the hopes of a bed, he became 1,000,000, suffered hatred instead. At home was his true love, Mary her name. The letters he wrote hid the guilt and the shame. Oh Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people all working by day and by night. Sure they don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains are Mourne, sweet down to the sea. He was hoping for monies that he could send home, but despite all his labor, he never got none. They charged so much to feed him and to give him share in a bed. Any money earned there lined their pockets instead. Oh Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people all working by day and by night. Sure they don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains are Mourne, sweet down to the sea. Desperation drove him, to London he went, sought out the work there, just found high rent. They gave him a shovel, sent him out in the street. Digging for gold, there might as well have been peat. Oh Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people all working by day and by night. Sure they don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains are Mourne, sweep down to the sea. He never did make it home.
The time has come to say farewell. My race is run and now I die. Don't shed a tear or cry out loud. We all must go, just now's my time. I've lived a long and noted life, laughed and cried through joy and pain. I go to the gallows for what I've done. 'Twould be hypocrisy to complain. They charged me with Sir Henry's death and set me to my own defense. Looked to me to explain why wanted me to make some sense. But I kept quiet, no reasons why, knowing what it meant. In truth, even if I spoke in truth, to the gallows I'd be sent. So fill to me the parting glass and drink a health, whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call good night, and joy be to you all. I could never hurt her name, I loved her far too much to render her his victim thus would tarnish her as such. I've not been the best of men, nor husband I can add. So to take a stand for her good name, I am only far too glad. So fill to me the parting glass and drink a health, whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call good night, and joy be to you all. I found him with my lovely wife, forcing her to yield to him. Couldn't care who he was, how close he was to the English king. My dagger true, it pierced his heart, and he fell to the floor. For all of his debauchery, he would take them thus no more. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. So fill to me the parting glass and drink a health, whate'er befall, and gently rise and softly call good night, and joy be to you all.
They came from great distances to pay their respects. He had been such a treasure, sure what would you expect? People came from far wide, few didn't come at all, to be with this musician, to attend his final ball. Phil was a maverick, played by his own rules, became an expert flutist when he was still at school. He played through the country in almost every church hall. Those in town and villages would come to his ball. With the toot of the flute and the twiddle of the fiddle, oh, hopping in the middle like a heron on the griddle. Up, down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Oh, hadn't we the from town to town, always bringing gaiety, dismissing their frown. They started selling tickets everywhere he'd go, not so much for the money, but for crowds to control. With the toot of the flute and the twiddle of the fiddle, hopping in the middle like a heron on the griddle. Up, down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Oh, hadn't we the gaiety at Phil the Fluter's ball? He died a winter's evening, and his handwritten will said, just gather everybody, have them dance until the cock crows in the morning. He's the one to let us know the sun has arisen and we can all go home. With the toot of the flute and the twiddle of the fiddle, hopping in the middle like a heron on the griddle. Up, down, hands around, crossing to the wall. Oh, hadn't we the gaiety at Phil the Fluter's ball? They came down from the mountains and up from the glen, hundreds of women and more hundreds of men.
I left the fields of Connaught to seek a better life. My parents had been struggling through so much strife. I couldn't live like them, so I set my sights on Dublin. Would find something there if it wasn't too much troubling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack follow Lera. The trip itself was rough, took me days to get to Dublin, fighting off the thieves, beating off the goblins. But finally I did arrive, only then to find someone had stolen all my stuff with my coins, their pockets lined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack follow Lera. I tried to get some work while living on the streets, but the accent that I had defined how they would treat. So I stowed upon a ship bound for Holyhead, but the sea it was so rough I wished I had been dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack follow Lera. Liverpool, but I was just another Paddy. The locals called me names, so I charged with my shillelagh. The police hauled me in, threw me in a cell, then put me on a ship back home, banished me to hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack follow Lera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack follow Lera.
Chimneys was his trade, but Sam was known for more. He robbed so many of the rich, gave some money to the poor. He was loved by many of the street for the giving he had done. But in the end his death would meet, not mourned by everyone. He He became the scourge of the rich throughout London town. But the monies he would steal from them, he would often spread around. He sought to look after the poor and infirm, so they did their best to hide him when the soldiers looked for him. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, and I've robbed both great and small, and me neck will pay for all when I die, when I die, and me neck will pay for all when I die. Born of Irish parents, he grew up with the poor, soon found the best way to rob was by walking in the door. Sometimes they didn't notice that certain things were gone, though they had wealth in excess. They wouldn't throw the poor a bone. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, and I've robbed both great and small, and me neck will pay for all when I die, when I die, and me neck will pay for all when I die. Sam was no angel, yet there were those that thought he was. His memory is cherished by the many poor because he was one of the few that helped them to gain their daily bread. Yet in the end they did arrest him and sent him to his death. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, chimney sweep. Oh, me name it is Sam Hall, and I've robbed both great and small, and me neck will pay for all when I die, when I die, and me neck will pay for all when I die.
The battle calls had gone out, and Nihal went to fight to stop the English damage. He was on the side of right. Moira tried to stop him, she feared for his life. She loved him since the first days and hoped to be his wife. She understood the reason and the cause for which he fought, but she truly loved her. Mihal was his safety that she sought, so she begged him to walk away, to leave the battle lines, escape to live another day. It's good day to Mourne's long. She clung to his clothing, she pleaded with her man. She said everything to say and did all she can, but her words didn't stop him. She fell to the ground. He walked away to battle. His destiny he found. Siuil, 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 Siuil ga sakura ga Siuil ga kilen, Siuil ga dursa ga Ceylon. It's good day to Mourne's long. It was for her he went to war, to keep her safe at home. He knew the fate she had if they found her there alone. He loved his Moira more than life, and sad he was to part. But to walk away from battle was to walk from his heart. Siuil, 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 Siuil ga sakura ga Siuil ga kilen, Siuil ga dursa ga Ceylon. It's good day to Mourne's long.
Walk, my love, walk gently and quietly walk to the door and escape with me. You'll be safe, my